First of all, big congratulations to the team to put this together. It's an astounding event and very interesting people that I've had a chance to meet with. And thank you for having me here. My name is Padmaja Ruparel. I come from India. I'm co-founder of Indian Angel Network. I brought in the concept of angel investing to the country. I'm a co-chair of Global Business Angel Network and now have a couple of VC funds as well. We are investing very, very actively in a number of sectors, but rapidly moving towards deep tech. And it's getting more and more interesting in India because not only are we a very large country with about 1.4 billion people, but we are the fastest growing startup ecosystem, but overall literally collaborating with people around the world to not only adopt, embrace innovation, but then try and scale them. So this is a good conversation to have with you.
Yeah, I anticipate because we started the Angel Network kind of 5 years ago, and Gauri and some team and I joined them. So it would be interesting to look at how the Angel Networks can help the companies, founders in a smaller and a bigger countries. So we might find interesting similarities. So, how we start?
Yeah, I think, before we go there, I just wanted to sort of, for the benefit of the audience, what is innovation? It's a question that is asked very often of me. To me, I think it's a creative idea which has a practical implementation of either a new product or a service, or modify an existing product or service. Now, in that case, what does happen is the most important element in that is human minds. And apart from the entrepreneur, I think the other piece which David talked about is angel investors, because to me, they are literally the bedrock of innovation growing, right? They not only bring in the very early money, but they also bring in the expertise. Most of them have been entrepreneurs. They know the pitfalls. They know what will work. And they can show the best mirror to the entrepreneurs, which path to take, yeah.
Agree. For me, the innovation kind of just one step ahead from whatever exists, and probably that's what the founders, supposed to strive and so on. But the angel, why I'm not moving from the angel investing to VCs, if you ask me, I'm in exactly that passion to help the founders to do the steps, because the VCs help them their own way. But we are, for example, investing in syndicates of 20, 30 angel investors with a different backgrounds and a bit different knowledge and experience. And this is what we can bring. We call it smart money, what we can bring to the startup founders. Another thing, how they use it. Sometimes the infrastructure is available, like angels wanted to help, but it's a matter of the founder use it quite well, make their angel investor work for them.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, but I would also expand it to say that, as you think of innovation, as you think of growing it into a kind of a business, right? It's so important to be able to bring other, perhaps, domain experts, to bring in people who can help in different good quality talent. I think it's absolutely key to building the venture. And as it evolves, money from good investors is important. And that's where I think VCs play a role. They bring money, and I think today what we are seeing is VCs themselves are surrounding themselves with either experts or technologists, so that they are being able to bring more on the table beyond just money. And I think if we look at it from a very infrastructure viewpoint, which is what we're discussing, I think for innovation to grow, to flower, to create value, to create jobs, to be able to solve customer problems and scale, I think all of that will become necessary. And no less or no more than the angels, because they put in the very early money, they sort of make it a company where VCs may start looking at it, industry may start thinking of adopting it. You'll have people wanting to join a very small company. It's very difficult to attract employees. So getting smart people to work with the company, you need to have a certain scale. So I think the ecosystem needs to come together for this innovation to really see the light of day, which is to see revenues, to move towards sustainability, to move into, hopefully, a successful business at scale.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there is I would have the question there, what we call the ecosystem in a way. So for my understanding, when we talk about and as I said, innovation is the one step ahead. And usually it's when the founders are looking for the innovation, it's generally speaking, it's the more of finding some authentic demand, which is most probably does not exist or exist and hidden. And then I believe that everything as an infrastructure is supposed to be built around this. So some professionals and even research and whatever science and so on to find this kind of authentic demand places and problems. Then some angels who believe in that and they believe in teams and bring the money and bring the expertise and look at how they are and they help the, let's say, founders to do the first, second steps, and then VCs who will help to scale up a little bit more, as well as then find a place how to exit. Because frankly say, the last couple of years, a lot of VCs and, I mean, let's call it the angels and VCs, has the issue with the exiting. And if we're gonna have the issue with the exiting, that means that in some period of time we will have the issue with the investing, because basically we are making the money which we're supposed to invest. So that's what I see as an infrastructure. So exit infrastructure also the part of this ecosystem as well.
No, absolutely. I think investing will stop if liquidity doesn't get created. Absolutely. And there again, what we are trying to do is actually do two things. One is, of course, subsequent round investors can buy, which is one piece. But in India, we have about 65 to 67% of our companies which go public. They have VC money there, or even angel money there. So that is becoming a very interesting play for exits. Second, I think what has really starting to bubble up extremely well is acquisitions. Because large industry, and that's why very early engagement of industry when angels invest is important, because as industry starts seeing value in those startups, they start acquiring them and working with them. So those are the two that is becoming quite interesting back home. And I think we've learned this a little bit from the US, to be honest with you. The US is extremely active on M&A, extremely active on IPOs. We are now also launched a SME IPO, which is a junior IPO exchange. So liquidity and exits is extremely very sharp focus. And that is helping us to actually bring back money into the ecosystem.
Yeah, we approach this from different sides. So like being in a small market, so our founders are mainly the region, Georgia and the region being small. So our founders mainly look at the global ideas and the global markets. And now what we are doing is helping the founders is that, I mean, we are challenging now the notion, we talked before this fireside chat, notion of the, angels money. Earlier it was the angels money doesn't travel, so we are challenging now that the angels money is supposed to travel. And of course the VC money that's supposed to travel. So we do the first step, bringing in these conferences like that, and the one we will have in September. So bringing the more VCs and angel clubs to the region to see that big opportunities and the interesting ideas and the good founders that is oriented on a global innovation.
Yes, and I think just to take a little bit to extrapolate what you're saying, I think something that Israel itself has done very, very well, right? They are a very small market. They are a very small population, small country. What they have looked for is to look at gaps in product portfolios of large companies, like Microsoft or Amazon or one of those. And their founders have built innovative products filling that gap. And they very sharply focused on getting themselves acquired by a Microsoft or an Amazon. And you're right, angels from India, angels from other parts of the world have actually supported those Israeli companies. And I think that's a great model for small companies. And as you are sort of reaching out to bring in co-investment with others, I think bringing in some of these large companies to talk about the gaps or their aspirational products could be extremely interesting for a country like Georgia, for example, which has great tech talent sitting here.
Yeah, there is another notion behind that. As an angel investor, so if I have the startup in a portfolio, and they are oriented to go the outside market, and usually when they go to the outside market, they are trying to find some partners. And instead of searching for the partners, if they would have let's say, Indian investor, I believe myself as an angel investor that those startups are in a better hands than they have the Indian partner instead of the Indian angel investor behind them. So that's why we think that the angel money and this infrastructure should not be the country-based or the region-based, but it should be integrated among the regions as well.
No, absolutely. That, of course, is one way. The other that we could do, and we are doing from India to Africa, is something which we could do from Georgia to India, to actually have accelerators in the country which are helping overseas startups actually break through the Indian market. And that helps because each country has its way of doing business, culturally, regulatory. And I think that has really worked well. So we have a lot of European startups which are sort of doing this. So no reason why startups from this part of the world cannot access Indian markets, or for that matter, other markets.
Hey guys, have you heard that? So there is the way to get to the Indian market, 1.4 billion market, instead of the going 3 million US market. Are you ready to do that?
Yeah, it's a good journey.
I never been in India, but I had some Indian friends in US, so they have very good food as well. And they are very good people.
Yeah, we have lots of.
We are out of the time, yeah.
Okay, but anybody who wants to reach out to India, please reach out. Happy to help if I can.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.